Councilmember Van Ness.
Here.
Councilmember Banak.
Here.
Councilmember Martin.
Here.
Councilmember Bottenberg. And then Samia sends her apology. She's traveling. And Saad sent an email saying he is unable to attend this evening.
Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a nomination of approval of the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? It's approved.
That's a long time ago. Number 11.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the minutes. Yeah.
Good heavens.
Yep. Now we have approval of the minutes. Do I hear a nomination to approve the minutes?
I move that we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? They are approved. Is there any public comment?
No.
Now we can move on to new business, the 2024 year in review.
Okay, so commissioners, this is very brief because I think we all realize that 2024 was really about application review. So we're just going to go through this. This year in 2024, we obviously elected a chair and vice chair, and then we also amended some of the bylaws for the commission. And then we had a joint equity training with the cities of Redmond, Kirkland, and Issaquah. If you recall, that was in Redmond. And through that training, we also were able to have an equity and justice lens that we use for the application review process. And so really, as I said, grants and applications were the bulk of the work of the Commission in 2024. Just to remind you, the Commission reviewed 85 applications, requesting a total of 1,342,758. And the Commission presented very well, I may add, to the City Council, and the base recommendation of 682,736 was approved. So last year really was a year of grant review. We had 6 meetings dedicated to grant review applications, and many, many more subgroup meetings that were held outside of our usual commission times. So yeah, and then the next slide is going to be showing our 2025 work plan. And this is a very kind of, it's not set in stone, it kind of is, but there's definitely there might be some wiggle between months, but that's what we have. So next month, we're just going to hopefully have the 2 new commissioners in, and then the election of chair and vice chair, and then just really an overview of what we do and the grant program, etc. And so this is just a very broad showing of what we're doing. And that's the first few months. And then the second slide shows through September to December. And then we hopefully will have 1 or 2 joint commission meetings, but we'll add those to the calendar once we've done that. So any questions?
Excellent work.
All right. Okay.
Have any staff reports?
Yep. Okay. Yep. That's me. Does this work? maybe it does. Okay. Okay. I'm currently working with the other cities to get scopes of work done for our new applications that you guys all approved. So that's for 2025, 2026. So I have to work with every single provider to work out scopes of works and deliverables. So that means I'm working with 64 applications because that's what was allocated funding for. And for pooled funding, this also means agreeing on all deliverables with the other cities. So as staff, like we scrutinize service units. So if you recall, when you looked at applications, you had service units, and now we're writing scopes of works and we're really scrutinizing those service units and deliverables. And sometimes they don't make sense. So we have to go back to the nonprofit provider, set up a meeting with all the other cities, and really try and figure out a mutually agreeable measures that will also kind of like still stay true to the sentiment of their original application. So we're really in the midst of that. And then we also have to like, get things like current insurance certificates and W-9s. So it's a bit like herding cats at the moment, but we'll get there. And we're also closing out 2023, 2024 grants. We'll expect quarter 4 funding by January the 15th. And then we'll also have outcome reports and demographic reports as well. On another note, I'm going to be meeting with my peers. And this is regarding, like, we've had lots of folks from different nonprofits and individuals say that when they've contacted local DV organizations, they're not getting calls back. And so really, like, look, we understand running a nonprofit is hard. They don't get paid a whole lot. It's really hard to retain staff. And so we know that they do a lot with very few resources, but clearly there is an unmet need that needs to be addressed. So we're trying to figure out how we could potentially get other nonprofits into the area. We have one main nonprofit here that works for the East Side, but that's a lot of folks. And so clearly, we need to sort of like satiate that demand. So, there's a few organizations in South King County, or just trying to like brainstorm to figure out how we can help. Yeah. And then finally, Mike and I are very sad to see Julie and Rich, as this is their last meeting. I always say this, we have the best and the brightest commissioners on the Human Service Commission. And, we're so lucky to have worked with you both. You've both been through 2 grant cycles, one of which was over COVID. You also were instrumental in deciding like where additional funds, COVID funds went, and that was a lot of money, if you recall. And then, you also worked with lots of community groups, you've met lots of community groups and nonprofits. You made a recommendation to City Council that was approved for senior programming, and that's positively impacted hundreds of residents. So, you have both really stepped up. You both have been chairs of the commission. You have both welcomed new members. And we're really, like, Mike and I are so fortunate and so lucky to have worked with you both. And yeah, we really enjoyed you getting to know you both. And we wish you the best in your future endeavors. Yeah.
Been great working with you both. Excellent. Any commissioner reports?
The usual. Let's hear it.
Still busy.
So busy.
I worked 14 shifts on
Yeah.
the Christmas tree
Tell us
lot.
about the Christmas tree lot.
Yeah. We sold 525 trees. We gave away 15 to the Issaquah Food and Clothing Bank clients, and probably 7 to Fall City Food Bank. That felt good.
Yeah.
The wreaths, we had decorated something like 50 different wreaths. This was one of those parties at a Rotary meeting with all sorts of outsiders coming in to make them. They sold out like a whiz. And the clients who came in for their free trees could either have a wreath or a tree.
Oh, nice.
Pretty well divided that way.
Yeah.
Any tree on the lot, so it's not like you're going to look at the Charlie Brown trees.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun, except for
It's
the day
fun.
that we had to put everything back together because it all blew over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that November 19th storm was a beauty. Been busy with the Red Cross. I was on 2 public information officer roles, week on and 5 weeks off for the state.
Oh,
And it was nice not having it during the wildfire season in August, but I had it over the Christmas week. So that it's terrible to have to say that single family fires and all out there. About it.
Anybody else? Okay, we talked about, like I said, I think next meeting agenda topics. We went over that.
Next meeting agenda topics will be, we'll have the 2 new commissioners, and then we'll be electing the chair and vice chair, reviewing bylaws and just doing an overview of the grant review program, as well as Q4 reporting.
Can I ask, how is the recruitment of new commissioners going? Do you have very many applicants?
We would like more, so please, spread the word. We've had, I think, a couple, just one. Okay. Yeah, hopefully there's another one there. So there's 2 positions open. Please pass on to your networks and yeah, explain, talk about, the experience you guys have had and, personally. And so, yeah, we definitely would love more applications.
Will they be going before the city council
Yes.
this month or?
Next Tuesday.
Oh, so they'd need to apply really quickly in order
It's
to.
Friday, 5 p.m. is the deadline.
Oh, okay, okay.
Excellent. Do I hear a motion for adjournment? I mean,
I make a motion for adjournment.
I'll second it.
Fine.
all in favor, say aye.
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 Any nays? Meeting adjourned.
All right.
Wow.